Sea is a strategy game for 2 players that takes about half an hour. To open it up, just pull the cord, unwind it, and stretch out the board. Inside, you'll find 20 stones, 10 for each player, and 2 dice. The stones are etched with different symbols for each type of unit. The board shows 2 ships side by side and the rope bridges that connect them. Start by standing your stones on your ship so that your opponent can't see what they are. On each turn, you'll move a piece and roll dice to resolve attacks. Your crew move between ships. The cannons fire across the board, and treasure chests try their best to stay hidden. The pirates win by stealing one of the treasure chests and bringing it back to their ship, and the merchants win if they can stop the pirates. When you're done, just throw the pieces in the middle of the board, fold it in half, and pull the cord. Key Control is a strategy game for 2 players that takes about half an hour. To open it up, just pull the cord, unwind it, and stretch out the board. Inside, you'll find 20 stones, 10 for each player, and 2 dice. The stones are etched with different symbols for each type of ship. Your board shows a sea dotted with islands and pirate bases on either side. Start by placing your ships on your base. On your turn, you'll roll dice and move your ships. You capture enemy ships by landing on them, but you have to bring them back to your base to claim them. Stacks of ships can be captured over and over, and you can even break out with a lucky roll. The first person to claim all of their opponent's ships wins the game. When you're done, just throw the pieces in the middle of the board, fold it in half, and pull the cord. Divide the Booty is a trading game for 2 to 4 players that takes about an hour. To open it up, just pull the cord, unwind it, and stretch out the board. Inside, you'll find 28 stones, 1 for each player, and 24 pieces of booty. The booty is etched with different symbols for each type. The board shows a treasure chest with a racetrack around the outside. Start by placing your stone on the start space and all of the booty face down in the chest. Each player draws 3 pieces of booty and stands them up so the other players can't see what they are. On your turn, you'll trade a piece, bank a piece, and draw a piece. Try to collect the biggest set of one symbol, but watch out for the bombs. Once all the booty has been banked, count up your sets and move around the track. Shuffle the booty, and play again until someone circles the track and wins the game. When you're done, just throw the pieces in the center of the board, fold it in half, and pull the cord. Escape the Plank is a race game for 2 to 6 players that takes about half an hour. To open it up, just pull the cord, unwind it, and stretch out the board. Inside, you'll find 24 pieces, 4 for each player, and 3 dice. The board shows a ship with a U-shaped track with the plank on one end and a rowboat on the other. Start by placing your crew on the start space at the back of the ship. On each turn, you'll roll dice and move the crew along the track. You can move any crew you want, even if it belongs to someone else. If your crew gets pushed off the plank, it's out of the game. If your crew makes it to the rowboat, it's safe. Once all the crew is off the ship, whoever has the most in the rowboat wins the game. When you're done, just throw the pieces in the middle of the board, fold it in half, and pull the cord. Pillage Burn is a bluffing game for 2 to 8 players that takes about half an hour. To open it up, just pull the cord, unwind it, and stretch out the board. Inside, you'll find 1 die and 32 stones, 1 for each player, and 24 pieces of loot. The board shows a mystery ship, surrounded by a set of Pillage Burn spaces for each player. Start by placing all the loot in the center of the board. On each turn, as the scout, you'll roll the die in secret and try to trick the other players. Anyone who gets it right collects some loot. Woohoo! and everyone you tricked pays you. Once all the loot has been collected, the pirate with the most wins the game. When you're done, just throw the pieces in the middle of the board, fold it in half, and pull the cord. Sea Stories is a storytelling game for 2 to 4 players that takes about an hour. To open it up, just pull the cord, unwind it, and stretch out the board. Inside, you'll find 28 stones, 7 for each player, and 7 dice. The dice are etched with a variety of different story elements. The board shows a grid with difficulty ratings surrounded by quick descriptions of the story elements. Start by choosing whether each player will be a fresh fish or salty dog. On each turn, you'll roll the dice and tell a story. The number of story elements you use determines your placement on the board. If the other players catch an interaction you forgot, they'll call Hornswoggle and prevent you from placing a piece. The first person to get a 3 in a row wins the game. Yay! When you're done, just throw the pieces in the middle of the board, fold it in half, and pull the cord. The Blockade is a strategy game for 2 players that takes about half an hour. To open it up, just pull the cord, unwind it, and stretch out the board. Inside, you'll find 20 stones, 6 for the pirates, and 14 for the Navy. The board shows a sea with marked starting spaces and Pirate Island on one side. Start by placing your ships on the marked spaces and setting the difficulty. On your turn, you'll move one of your ships. Pirates are more maneuverable, but there are only 3 of them. The Navy moves slower, but has a larger fleet. The pirates win if they can get just 1 treasure back to the island, and the Navy wins if they can stop the pirates. When you're done, just throw the pieces in the middle of the board, fold it in half, and pull the cord.
The minigames set is a pair of dice games from the 1700s that can support up to 6 players and take about half an hour. The mini pouches measure about 8 inches across when open, making them quite a bit smaller than the regular game. Ship Captain Crew has players competing to roll the most valuable cargo. On your turn, you'll get 3 chances to roll the dice and assemble your voyage. You only score the dice in your cargo, but you can't load the cargo until you've got a ship, captain, and crew. After your 3rd roll, mark your score and play passes to the left. Once everyone has taken a turn, the player with the highest score wins. Shut the Box has players competing to cover the most spaces on the board. On your turn, you'll roll the dice and cover any spaces that add up to what you roll. You get to keep rolling until you can't use your full roll. When your turn ends, mark your score and play passes to the left. Once everyone has taken a turn, the player with the lowest score wins. The Bag-O Booty is a mini pouch that's been etched with a skull and crossbones, and grommeted together to keep it from spilling open. Inside are 30 metal pirate coins that are modeled after Spanish doubloons. Each one is about the size of a quarter. You'll get a random assortment of 4 different finishes, so you can use them as counters, game pieces, or anything else you want. Precious Plunder comes in a miniature velveteen treasure chest that opens to reveal a square glass vial adorned with a nautical cord and anchor charm. The vial measures 2 inches tall, and inside it you'll find about 3 to 4 grams of a random mix of gemstones, pearls, and pyrite. The natural gemstones are all faceted and can weigh up to 3 carats apiece. The varied mix of precious and semi-precious stones gives you a wide range of colors, shapes, and sizes. And the addition of the pearls and pyrite make this mix perfectly suited as a pirate's secret stash. The pendant is presented in a miniature velveteen treasure chest. This slice of black agate has been laser etched on both sides to showcase the phrase, "Me love and me life." One side features a pirate ship at sail, and the other shows the skull and crossbones. The pendant is attached to a 24-inch faceted ball chain that you can easily trim to just the right fit for a necklace, choker, or bracelet. The Game Pieces set includes 100 pieces that can be used to play any of the games from this collection. They're also great to keep on hand as replacements, should any of your original game pieces decide to take a voyage on their own. There are 68 regular stones, 12 mini stones, and 20 wood dice, all packed into a blue velveteen pouch.